describing it being a bit more bumpy.
That's what I did. That's the only one I've did in little plane is grass landing at Clacton.
Now, strictly speaking, when we cross this big line here, we're supposed to wait and ask him, but because we're going down there,
Go down the grass.
we just slide down it. So on here, that's airspeed, that's our altitude, which is 400 feet above sea level at the minute. That's how quickly going up and down. That'll take me too long to explain. That's a radar beacon pointing somewhere, but I've no idea where, because I don't know what it's tuned into.
Well, surely that's whether you're level or not.
No, it's a turn coordinator, that's what that is. That's whether you're level or not there. In fact, that does everything. And then that's the, put that on north. Pulling in now, look. Getting deflection on that. So that's tuned into Daventry. Yeah, so the wind's blowing this way, so you should really point into the wind to do power checks. So how that guy's managed to blow stones onto the road is anyone's guess.
Alpha Tower Juliet just turning downwind right for 27.
While with anyone's here, we can do our power checks on there.
Again?
Hard.
Alpha Tower Juliet just turning downwind right for 27.
Yeah, 2 fuel tanks, so we're on the right at the minute. Then in a minute we'll change to the left so that we've tested both before we take off. That's why you have the checklist, because you can never remember everything.
Well, you wouldn't, no, you wouldn't. I have a checklist coming down to your house, believe it or believe it not.
Basically I'm going to do a loop.
Still forget things.
We don't want to be into the road, but just in case it lurches forward, we're not going to go in the road, we'll go on the grass.
To us radio, good morning, Golf Tango Oscar Papa Papa.
Papa Papa, good morning, readability 527 right, QNH is 1020.
27 right, 1020, and we're 2 on board just for local flying.
Alpha Tower Juliet just turning final for 27.
Runway vacant, service in 140 degrees 10.
Descent harnesses are all secure. Another check of this. Got that then.
Whack me as well.
Like I say, I won't move it half as much as that in flight. That's the transponder on, so that's what the radar people look at. Turn around. I'm putting a lot of right brake on and right rudder now, and it almost turns on a sixpence. Golf Romeo Kilo at the Charlie hold, ready to depart.
Romeo Kilo, roger, nothing known to affect you lining up. I'll call you when the runway's vacant.
Line up and wait, Golf Romeo Kilo.
Golf Papa will backtrack the graph.
Now that sounded like, you know, he's telling me what to do, but actually, he can't. he can advise me.
Yellow and blue cone.
First next, vacate and yellow and blue cone, Golf Tangerine.
Kilo, runway vacant, service wind 190 degrees, 5 knots.
Taken off, Golf Romeo Kilo. This is our little jink to the right to avoid Brackley.
Yeah.
The old railway line now, that row of trees.
Yeah.
That's the turn point. And what we'll do, we'll just keep, well, we won't go north, we'll go over a little bit, but departing the circuit to the north and change it to Birmingham radar on 123.980 Golf Romeo Kilo.
See you later.
But I'll turn him off now and put Birmingham on. Now I should go to
29 traffic, right, half past 2, range of 4 miles, tracking southbound to
0,
1,000 feet below your level. Hammer 29 traffic, right, 3 o'clock, range of 4 miles, tracking southbound towards you, indicates up 900 feet below your level. Hammer 29 from radar.
Right, we're kind of free to do what we want now, other than silly things.
Hammer 29
So first thing I normally do now, I can see it already. Off the end of the plane,
Yeah.
If you actually see it, I'm going to swing around a bit. But there's a wood, and there's what looks like a grass runway, which it isn't.
Radar,
But the wood is Plumpton Woods. The wood end is just there now. So I'll keep to the left of the wood end, so you can sit down there.
Stone 64 Bravo Quebec, Birmingham radar, good morning, Quebec is
So the cloud's getting close, so
approach runway 15.
probably about all we're going to get.
Texas Island, runway 15, Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec.
Stone 64 cross Bravo Quebec, V4 miles, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Copy the track, miles, descend altitude 6,000 feet on QNH 1020, Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec.
Hammer 29er, Birmingham radar, how do you read?
So now it's just a case of keeping it pointing where you want to go and then constantly adjusting that and this to try and keep that at 0 and that at 90.
Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec, turn left 5 degrees, report localizer established.
Left 5 degrees, call localizer established, Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec.
Hammer 29er, Birmingham radar, nothing heard. If you could hear this transmission, squawk ident.
Someone's got a dodgy radio. Someone has got a dodgy radio. That squawk ident is that button there. If I press that now, she'll think I'm him. Although it won't take longer for her to realise it's not. But that just makes you very prominent on the radar screen. So the next village on your right should be Wood End.
Hammer 29er, Birmingham radar.
Can't actually see it now to fly around it, but so we're over Plumpton Wood at the minute. Yeah, so it's there. So if I keep flying straight a minute, I'll do a turn around it. Actually, that's Blakesley. Wood End's back there. That's Wood End.
Yeah, over there.
Blakesley.
So I didn't recognise anything.
Yeah. So what I'll do now is I'll come round. So the big green field with the path across the middle.
Yeah, that's
across
at the back of your house.
Yeah. And then as well, there's Silverstone up ahead. Get a better view later.
Okay.
Then if you look, it should be fairly obvious from this side. You see the big white conservatory.
Yeah. Oh, I can see,
Hello,
yeah.
here, 7 Boston.
Yeah, I can spot that, yeah, easily.
0, Bravo 738, information Quebec 0.
7 Foxtrot, this is Birmingham radar. Good morning, Quebec is current vectors for the ILS approach runway 15, number 2 inbound, descent flight level 70.
You see Brian's place next door, can't you?
Yeah. And that orangey thing is his brick-built cannon.
Yeah, shelter at the end of the garden.
Yeah. So you can just about now see the path, yeah, the path in our garden.
Yeah. If the kids were down there waving, you wouldn't see them, would you?
No. They're a couple hundred feet above the clouds at the minute, which is alright. So I'll turn around again now then and we'll carry on going up towards Nuneaton. These are just gentle turns, by the way. I can do a 2G turn.
No, you didn't bother. That's more than enough.
Yeah. You see your car now. You see the black blob. See the house, conservatory, and there's a black car there. That's your car.
Yeah.
4,000 feet. Once established on the localizer,
Yeah, silly car.
Descend altitude
Well,
4,000
anyway, we'll carry on.
Established on the localizer, descend with the glide, Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec.
7 Foxtrot Zulu.
I might see the kids now, they've been in the garden.
6,000 feet, QNH 1020.
6,000.
You know, if the water's something fluorescent, obviously, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get back on track. So we're heading north now. This is a good bit about this flight. I've done it that many times. I'll just eyeball it now.
You know where you are, that's
Yeah.
the main thing.
That's Northampton over there.
And
And the big white buildings is all the industrial bit by junction 16.
Yeah.
Ryanair 7 Foxtrot Zulu, turn left 5 degrees, report localizer established.
Left 5 degrees, will go in.
I'm not going to bother talking to her, she's quite busy.
Ryanair 7 Foxtrot Zulu, speed 220 knots.
Yeah, you're getting a bit of cold air blowing.
It's alright.
Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec.
Down by your leg if you want.
Yeah.
Or greater until 4 DME.
160 or greater to 4, we'll go Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec.
Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec, contact tower 118.305, good morning.
Tower 118.305, have a nice morning, Gemstone 64 Bravo Quebec.
You too.
Most of what you hear on this radio will be like Ryanair and
Hammer 29 Birmingham radar, how do you read?
Birmingham radar, good afternoon, you're East 16 Lima, passing 137, descending 9 and baton lead.
Hearing 16 Lima Birmingham radar, good afternoon information, Quebec current vectors for the ILS approach runway 15.
Yeah, we have information, Quebec and Ryanair Airbus A319, during 166.
What to expect downwind left hand?
where we're heading for is actually over there. Just trying to get back onto track a little bit.
Hammer 29 at Birmingham radar.
That's Daventry. Daventry Country Park is the bit of water if you can see it.
A bit murky over there, isn't it?
Give you some idea of visibility. On a really good day, you can see Birmingham city centre from
there,
to Aston when you're up. The train on the trees now, so we'll pop out over there in a minute. Get over there. Pop on the trees again. There it is, see it?
oh yeah, just popped out.
Here's Daventry Country Park, look. On the left. That bit of water there.
Oh yeah, it's in the water there, yeah.
The bit at the far edge is the weir that you walk down towards the cafe.
Ryanair 7 Foxtrot Zulu, 21 track miles, descent altitude 4,000 feet. Once established on the localizer, descend with the glide.
Descent 4,000 feet, once established on the local side.
Steering 16 Lima, fly heading 315.
Right, heading 315, sure, it's 16 Lima.
That's the new road from Junction 16 to Weedon.
Yeah. To where the flight's coming from Birmingham here, isn't it?
Yeah, there'll be
Up further up,
but 5,000 feet up there or something, which is double what we're above the ground.
yeah, I've come and gone there. I've seen that before from when we come back from Germany, I think it was.
You see Daventry Country Park a bit better now.
Yeah.
Steering 16 Lima, 34 miles, descend flight level 70.
And then all this white roofs are the M6, M1 junction, you know, like where the old Brooke aerials.
Ryanair 7 Foxtrot Zulu, thank you, speed 220 knots or less. Contact tower, in fact 220 knots or
The
less.
A5 down there, then, and the M1.
So there's almost always somebody having a fire somewhere, which is nice to look at the smoke and you can see where the wind's blowing.
The canal basin down here.
Yeah. That'll be,
It's
not Buckbrook, Whit, I think. Yeah, Whitlock's. In fact, that's Whitlock's go-kart track, look down there.
yeah.
That's where we went to the garden centre, there somewhere.
Train coming by.
What?
Train going by.
Train.
That way.
Say locomotive, because I think you say plane.
Locomotive then.
Ryanair 7 Foxtrot Zulu, contact tower 18.3.
So we just went over the M1 now. Gone over the A5.
I would agree with that.
Hammer 29 at Birmingham radar.
So actually, you can see, so just to get you over there, that's rugby, where the big, that's the big cement works. Over there is the industrial estate by Hinkley, so we're going to go up there and across there. And then over there is Drake at Water.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be coming back over there as well. There's going to do like a big works there.
Somebody down here with bonfire.
5 kilo November, descending flight 90. We're right heading 395, 7800, British Quebec.
Contact 5 kilo November, Birmingham radar, good afternoon, Quebec, current vectors for the RS-15.
Thanks for RS-15, contact 5 kilo November.
That's how many of these wind turbines are out there.
I know, well, every time I turn this on, it invariably tells me there's a map update, and invariably it's more wind turbines going on. So like when you buy these maps here at the beginning of the year, when they put them out, they're out of date by the time they arrive in the post. Yeah, this gives you some idea of the wind speed. Look, so we're doing about 90 knots, but we're doing 107 on the ground.
Wind's behind us then.
15, yeah, nearly a 15 knot wind. Again a bit. It's one of them days where you can't get it settled up and down.
What we are, 2,500 feet.
Yeah, but that's above sea level. So you knock about 400 or 500 foot off of this area.
Flight level 70.
If we'd have gone out to Peterborough, you can knock up, you don't knock anything off because Peterborough's flat within a couple of foot above, sea level.
Too far, is it?
Contact 5 kilo November, speed no greater than 250 knots.
350 knots max, contact 5 kilo November.
Not that you can see it, but dead ahead's Leicester.
The canal basin down there. Loads of boats. I think if we're on my own and I ain't got nobody to leave me money to, I might just have invested in a canal boat and book it off.
Yeah. I've thought about that.
If we're on my own,
There's M1, M6 junction, look at A14, which we're going to go over in a minute. And I can see Bruntingthorpe now. I can spot it a mile off, but you might struggle. On the nose, there's just a different bit of land.
yeah, on the right there looks a bit.
One at 6 Lima,
couple of white buildings.
Yeah, that's it.
degrees base leg, speed 180 knots.
Left, heading to 60 degrees, so just speed 180 here.
So that's the other thing, they have to worry about being up, down, left, right and everything else, and speed, that they get told. I don't have to worry about speed, I'll just do what I have to.
Usually two of them doing it, isn't there?
Oh, there is, yeah. One's doing the radio, one's doing the flying normally.
Supposed to be,
Going from 6 Lima, descent altitude 2,500 feet.
well, it's only been one working when they fly in long distance, but when they're coming in to land, there'll be two
Turn right
working.
heading 320 degrees, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Right heading 320 degrees, down to 4,000 feet, QNH 1020, contact 5 kilo November.
Viewings 16 Lima, turn left heading 180 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 15.
Left, heading 180 degrees, then cleared out of the approach runway 15, sure.
Loads of water down there.
Contact 5 kilo November, 24 miles.
5 kilo November.
I'm gasping for a drink now.
Boats down here. Big lake. Something.
I don't know what that is. But now, so if you look ahead now, you can actually, the runway's right over here.
Oh yeah, you can see it there.
And then the main bit is where, it's not, you can't land there anymore, I don't think. But they've got all the parked planes there, so what I'll do, I'll fly over so you can see most of it, and then I'll make the turn.
It's amazing not how much ground there is for leisure, isn't it? Golf courses and the like.
Oh yeah.
How little there is for growing food.
But it's what's amazing to me is, talk about how cramped it is, but you see all the fields, and but without the fields, there's nothing to eat, would there?
True, yeah, it wouldn't.
Nice big place down here.
Speed 180 knots or less. Contact
Nice big place down here, look.
305. Good afternoon.
I don't know what that is.
One down here, we're gone over it now, but he's had a tent outside. I suppose it's a pub.
So if you start looking now, I'm assuming the jumbo's still there, but I can't see it because I've got the nose in the way.
Yeah, I can see there's some big aircraft on the ground.
I'll keep left of it. You see this cloud's a bit low compared to the others.
Yeah.
Just off a bit.
Loads of aircraft here.
So most of them, they just park them up and they're used for like meeting rooms and stuff. Aren't they?
Wouldn't land on it, there's some all down the runway, cars or something.
Oh yeah, it's used for driving, you know. I think you can book it for driving, as in, you know, doing
You'd have a job driving.
test runs and
I
things.
think you'd have a job driving down it. You're right on the grass.
The wagon down here on a figure of 8.
15 miles, turn left heading 260 degrees, base leg.
Right, I've got to turn left now, 283.
Left heading 26 degrees space, contact 5 turn November.
Oh, there's a car going down the runway.
Contact 5 Kilo November, descent to altitude 2,500 feet.
Altitude 2,500 feet, contact 5 Kilo November.
Now we've done that, let's do pain in the backside bit. This is where I can't get down on. Oh, Jesus.
Contact 5 Kilo November, turn left heading 190 degrees, clear Dallas approach runway 15.
Left heading 190 degrees to the left, 15, contact 5 Kilo
Bloody
November.
seatbelts, didn't want not to. Well, you've got to change tanks every now and again.
Yeah, so even
Look, we've been on the left, that's on nearly 20, that's a bit above. And you just change it every 10 minutes or so just to keep it, otherwise you end up a bit wing heavy.
over a motorway or something.
That's the M1 again.
Pitch, we're going over.
So dead ahead is Hinkley.
Yeah.
We'll go straight over.
Hammer 29 Birmingham radar, how do you read?
Contact 5 Kilo
There's
November.
the message.
No, that's 15.
Take me,
Contact 5 Kilo November, thank you.
That's the
Contact
message.
Tower 118.305, good afternoon.
Tower 118.305, contact
I think
5
we're in the
Kilo
polos, I
November.
can't remember how I put them now.
Birmingham radar, Hammer 29.
Hammer 29 Birmingham radar, how do you read?
We're 5 mile, that's as approaching the miles end of westbound to Hereford, like to QS1 route, thank you for your service today.
Hammer 29, just be advised, I've actually been trying to call you for the last 25 miles with traffic information with no reply. Have you been on a different frequency or something?
Apologies, Mom, we seem to be having common issues today.
Hammer 29, thank you, no problem at all. Escort conspicuity free, call on room.
27,000, Hammer 29.
Next big road we'll go over is the M69. It's coming up.
Coming up, I'll see it down there on the right.
What is unusual, I've not seen a single plane since I've been up here. Normally you see the odd one. So I can see MIRA already, but again, I'm used to spotting it. But this is Hinckley, all the built-up area coming out.
Yeah.
Just beyond it, again, there's a bit of a clearing, and it looks
Right,
like
white things.
not the white things, but right in the distance, but just not far, about a finger width beyond Hinckley. There's just a bit of grass that looks a bit lighter than the rest, and that's MIRA. Just going to gain a bit of height while we can. For Hinckley. Cloud's gone up again. Or at least the low ones, aren't they? So I've got your house on there, look.
City plough
The little dot plough, yeah. I can see it, I've seen it before, but it's quite far off.
Hinckley town football.
They're okay to fly over towns like this because if anything happened, we can glide clear of it, even from here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. 4,000 feet we would glide quite away, wouldn't we?
About I forget the exact, about an 8-to-1 glide ratio, so for every one up, we ain't that way. Right, again, I'll try and keep to the left of MIRA, so you can see it on your side. I normally keep it to the right of things I'm looking for, so I can see them. But then here, look, you see the long chute, and then it becomes the knee.
Oh yeah.
You go through the industrial estate. That's the A5,
Yeah.
and that's the long chute.
Oh, down there, yeah, it is.
Straight road. And then in those new bits there on the right, the Millington Close.
Oh, yeah, you did say I ain't found it yet.
Did you know?
I found it yet. Where's the other name from?
No idea. Plane won't trim out.
See MIRA. Worked there a few times in the past.
Yeah, I've been there a few times, well, a couple of times at work, but only to the main, the building at the front, you know, with the offices and that.
Yeah, we used to go to the, occasionally we used to go to the Rocky Road over the way there.
Yeah.
So the mechanics used to go nuts when you take the garage. You've been taking this down the Rocky Road again, haven't you? Wrecked it.
So that's Higham Lane. That's the Higham Lane roundabout, Higham Lane. And then that's Atherstone there, so I'm going to jink right in a minute to swing around it. I've got to turn left round it, so you won't see much of Atherstone. There's Judd.
And Judd.
Which is tricky to see because it's up here, it don't look very big, but it's just there, look, to the cone. Next to the grey looking field or whatever.
Yeah. I stopped there the other day trying to show the kids the hole.
Yeah.
to see much of it, but
Well, that's the quarry. That's the
yeah, the hole.
one near the one near Harthill.
Yeah,
That one there.
I'll have to go and case that out and show 'em that one.
Yeah.
The mate chap I know crash landed helicopter in there in the water. Got done for drug smuggling, I think he got 12 years. The helicopter come down in there.
Not what you need.
Rainer, that was his first name. Rainer Handley.
So what I might do is I'll swing right a bit. I normally just do a left turn, but if I turn right and come round, you might see a bit more of Atherstone.
Kenny lives out here.
And the next lot of buildings up there is
Tamworth.
towards Tamworth, yeah. There's a 3M, see the tower.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, Kenny lives down below us somewhere. Because of him is wide died. He don't know what he's worth. Nice lad.
Turn around here and then I'll do a sharpish turn for this one, and then hopefully we can level out so you can see a bit of Atherstone. I don't want to go too far that way because that's
Birmingham.
near Birmingham.
That's Atherstone where we were. We used to walk around all the roofs up there, you know, at night.
Yeah. That's Atherstone. You see the bypass between the trees.
Yeah. You see the foxes and that in the, you know, in the fields when you walk through there.
Yeah.
Usually it's Sunday night, because Sunday night we ain't got nothing to do. Double time, 12 hours, but the stuff took 8 hours to come round the hill.
Yeah.
So when you started at 6, by the time you, if you're unlucky, you just see it come, you just have to go and fetch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny lives just down that road from the. I've never been, so I don't know exactly where it is. I know it's a big house. I don't know what to do with it now. Now his kids are both grown up and gone, so. Battling around in there on his own now, isn't he?
Trying to get my bearings again.
Well, that's Hartsall Quarry.
Yeah. Your house is up there somewhere then.
Yeah.
That's Hartsill there. That's Hartsill Hayes, the big wood. You're up there, so I think there's a bit of a gap.
Yeah, here's the old quarry. We'd be quite a way over there, wouldn't we?
Again?
We'd be quite a way over there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't get too close really because it's complicated with Birmingham, but we're nearly over the nearly over it. It's there, but
It's here.
yeah, I know. So I mean, we're nearly over it. A bit lumpy at the minute here. Yeah, so the Nuneaton's pretty much expanded to the A5 now in this direction. Look, newest lane there. Hey?
That water's the bottom of the
Yeah.
Come on. For the edge, circle round.
Yeah, Tryon Road. Just hit the mic a bit close again, I think you've knocked it. Again, I'm normally slightly over that way a little bit, but I'm a bit left, so you can see. There's the town centre.
There's a plane down here. Is it a plane? That white?
No, that's not. There's a rope walk down there. Look, that's just a reflection of the building. Yeah. There's Pingles.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Running track.
Track, yeah. See me old school then, yeah? The old school over there.
Yep.
The old field. That's where Elaine Long lives. Flying over Paul's land. Two trains passing each other. What was that one?
Yeah, that's right. Now, somewhere on the... Oh, I can just see it over there. At about 2 o'clock,
Yeah.
there's a big white building, so that's Coventry Airport.
Oh, ah.
Another reason why we can't go too far that way.
It won't matter, will it, if they build on it?
Oh,
Criminal, isn't it?
it is.
Oh, we're having that, you know.
Well, not a lot at the minute, M69 again. That's all Coventry on the right hand side now. So we're heading almost dead ahead now as Drake at Water. Now we turn around into the wind, we're doing 76 knots
Yeah,
rather
we're
than
doing
100
slow,
something,
yeah.
which is probably why I'm struggling to keep it up and down. As it, when you're into the wind, you're fighting against it a little bit. Yeah, so I can...
Emirates 22 Lima Kilo, Birmingham radar, you with me?
Birmingham Emirates 22 Lima Kilo, good morning, passing flyer 117, clear 90 direct house, Hotel Oscar November, 777 Whiskey.
Emirates 22 Lima Kilo, roger, Romeo is current, is vectors for an ILS approach runway 15, turn left heading 275, descend flight level 70.
ILS 115, left turn heading 275 and descend flight level 70, Emirates 22 Lima Kilo.
Flight level 70, 7,000 feet on standard pressure setting on there. I'll explain that later if you want. Yeah, so that's M6, M69, A46 junction there, New Estate. And over, so in a minute you'll be looking down the runway at Coventry. You can see it over there, look.
Oh yeah, runway, yeah, see Coventry Airport, yeah. So the complication with Coventry is that its airspace is underneath Birmingham, so it's,
You have particular entry-exit lanes. You have to be below a certain height and all this kind of thing. So when we get to Draycote, we clear of Birmingham and then I'll go back onto Weston then.
Birmingham radar, good morning. JCB2, request traffic service and a VFR zone transit.
JC2 Birmingham radar, squawk 0401, past you now.
Squawk 0401, we're an S-72 helicopter routing from Oxford to a private site just west of Blackburn. We've got 5 persons on board, we're 21 miles south-southeast of the Honley, and we're looking for either standard route eastern side VFR or a more direct track to Stoke-on-Trent if available. JCB2.
JC2, roger. Stand by for clearance, Birmingham QNH1020. Sorry, we're looking for traffic service.
Request traffic service, QNH1020, JCB2.
JC2, roger. Traffic service, you have just reduced traffic information from below due altitude, and you are cleared to transit controlled airspace to the east of Birmingham Airfield, VFR, not above 2,500 feet.
There you go.
Reduced traffic service, cleared to transit east of the airfield, VFR, and not above 2,500 feet, JCB2.
Birmingham radar, hello, the 892 hotel, passing 2,800, climbing to 6,000.
So that's all the waffle you need to do just to cut through Birmingham rather than where they'll fly around it, which will take you an extra 2 minutes. But when you're doing this every day, you get used to that waffle. I have to sit and think about it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah, to me it is waffle, but like you say, when you're doing it all the time,
I totally understand what you just said. It's just when you're trying to fly and think about what you need to say and ask.
22 Lima Kilo, turn right, heading 320 degrees, downwind.
Right, on heading 320, minus 22 Lima Kilo.
Easy 892 hotel, climb now, flight level 80.
I'm now flight level 80, the 892 hotel.
So somewhere in that haze is the way home. But in the haze, I can just about make out there's a tall tower you can just about see. I don't know if you'll spot it. That's the tower near Daventry, the big concrete tower. That's the one where if you find that, you fly south and you get home. It'll become more apparent in a minute.
that's Draycote Water down there.
That's Draycote. Sorry, yeah, Draycote Water. That one. That's what I'm heading towards now, and then we'll head towards Daventry VOR, which is the navigation beacon. For no other reason than a little bit of practice. That's the distance to Daventry VOR there. It starts counting down. When you get to within about a mile of the beacon, it becomes useless.
That miles then.
Maintain
Nautical miles, yeah.
reaching with transiting traffic 1,000 feet above cleared level. Contact Scottish Control 134.430.
134.430, and maintain flight level 80, I'm reaching the 892 hotel.
We're back over Rugby again.
Numbers 22 Lima Kilo, turn right heading 325.
Right heading 325, right, so 22 Lima Kilo.
The old-fashioned way of doing all this is you have to work out with the wind your bearing correction and times between navigation points and do it on a bit of paper and have a stopwatch.
All that, yeah. Yeah, they used to do that. That's how they where to drop the bombs, isn't it?
It's called dead reckoning. It works perfectly well, but it's a lot of faff, whereas when you've got stuff like this, you just drag it all out, follow the purple line. But the thing is, using that too much and not the old way, you lose the old way, so you have to practice every now and again. So what I sometimes do is have that on the seat without looking at it, just as a reference, check.
Radar, please form.
Do it on a proper log.
200 feet, 1020 outbound for Stafford.
That's the A45 now.
Please for 1 Birmingham radar, roger, thank you. What service on leading controlled airspace?
Basic, please.
Draycote Water, that's where I've lost the plot.
Right.
Well, we paid the car parking fee, then you could take dogs around and said you couldn't. You went in and asked for money back. We give it to you.
Why can't you take the dogs round, Drake?
I don't know, but it's one of the few you can't. Most you can, but Drake you can't. That's our Rossi and Jasper.
Serious amount of wildlife there then.
Oh no, that's the place, the car park down there, look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your man went in and demanded the money back. Says if you don't tell you till you park your car.
22 Lima Kilo, 15 miles.
Rip off.
Descent altitude 2,500 feet.
Altitude 2,500 step right. So 22 Lima Kilo.
Right, I'll just do another fuel tank change. Change. That's just a fuel pump. That's a the engine's got a mechanical fuel pump, but that's an electric one to back it up for when you're changing tanks or close to the ground.
Emirates 22 Lima Kilo, turn right, heading 06
That's the
degrees.
funny sound before I started. That's the funny sound you hear. Some people just leave it on the whole flight, but.
Please for one traffic information, 11 o'clock at 6 miles, just turning onto a base leg for 15 is an Emirates 777,
Right.
descending to maintain
Come off
level
this now, so.
Yeah, above the level.
Western and 7,000, so they know we're not listening to them anymore now.
So Western radio, Golf Bravo, Romeo Tango X-ray radio, check and actual information please.
Golf Bravo Romeo Tango X-ray, good afternoon Jim, your readability 5, runway 27 right, backtracking the grass, QNH 102.
Weather's improved a bit now, isn't it?
27 right, backtracking the grass, the 1020 Golf.
That's two Western talking there.
And taxiing for the grass, Golf, Tango X-ray.
Oh, there's a plane. Oh,
Oh yeah, right up above us.
Yeah. I was climbing then, but I'll just halt that. Cut in behind him and then he's out of our way. Right, carry on with the climb now then. That's why you got it. Constant lockout. So that's what the little plane looks like when you're in the sky. 9 times out of 10 they're just a dark sort of dot on the horizon. But and the reason you see a lot of small planes over when you're sat in my back garden is the exact reason that what we're doing now.
Well, they're coming into Western, aren't they?
Well, they fly to Daventry, BOR, and then fly south. Which
Yeah, I can see the tower now.
Yeah, that's that big concrete tower.
That has anything to do with air traffic.
And I think it's just a radio tower, I think. Still see that plane, he's right over there now, so he's not doing what we're doing, I don't think, unless he's intercepting Daventry from the north.
I can't see him.
He's just turned now, he's just turned left. No he ain't, that's another plane. It's there, look, almost on the wingtip.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it, didn't it? It's just below the wingtip.
Yeah.
When the wing flashes down, I see him.
It's you get quite good at spotting things like that eventually. Go back over Daventry again, look, there's Daventry Country Park.
For the parking, if you continue down, just after that line is closed, if you go left, you park up next to G4 for the red and white PA28.
I'll do that next to the PA28. Yeah, I got my
It would have been nice to go on to Skeggy, but it's...
I think if we'd have gone now, it'd be okay.
it's been good anyway, isn't it? How long did it take you to get there? Hour and a half.
Well, it was going to take an hour and a half to do the loop round and land at Peterborough, so to get to Skeggy would be probably an hour. Well, we could have got to Skegness in the time we've
Been practicing about around there.
Because don't forget we've done a big loop round, so you stretch that out.
Oh, so you ain't going to land at Skeggy, you're going to land at Peterborough?
Just Peterborough, just fly over it, yeah.
That would have been nice going over the water. Never mind.
No, do it another day. Like I say, I only really want to do that when I'm 100% with the weather.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, don't blame you.
When there's things like troughs on the map, you want to stay away from them. But that's not coming until later. But
What's that big wood?
I don't know what that one is. I'm deliberately keeping to the right again of the VOR, so you can see it. It's
Charlie Juliet India Tango.
looks like a big dinner plate on the ground. Big white dinner plate is what you're looking for. I'll tell you roughly where it is in a minute.
What's that then?
The VOR that we're tuned into.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, 1006, runway 27 right. Understood. And India Tango, we're just going to do a quick orbit over Silverstone. You happen to do a straight in from that direction?
Yep, that's copied. They are flying drones at Silverstone today, so obviously not below the standard level.
India Tango, thanks for that. We'll keep an eye out.
Two and a half miles away. It's there somewhere. I haven't seen it itself yet. It's that blob there on the map. Down here somewhere. Let's just have a little jink. We're to the right of it anyway, so it's in a field. Can't miss it when you see it.
Someone up there could be something like that. It might just be a building.
Well, this is pretty obvious when you look. So I think the woods evidence stuff is underneath.
And that's where I was saying we're building.
Yeah, this you can tell. Oh, I can see it now. Thank you. No, that's not it. Farthing State. It must be down here. I probably can't see it. So it looks almost straight down here. Big white. Looks like a radar dish. It's on the ground looking straight up.
No, can't see it like that. If you're right at the top of it, you won't.
It's difficult to see if you're right over, that's why you have to fly to the left or the right, that's the trouble. Give it a call. To Western India, Golf Romeo Kilo, we're currently overhead damage VOR, requesting airfield information for landing.
Roger, rejoining for 27 right, QFE 1005.
27 right hand, QFE 1005, and we'll do standard overhead join. Golf Romeo Kilo. Right,
just gone over it.
In there. Have you seen it then?
Yeah, just gone over it. Like a white circle.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it, yeah.
I know it's a lot for because it's gone down now.
At Charlie, ready for departure.
So now we've put QFE in this dial.
Running up, call.
That tells us that we're now 1,600 feet above, effectively above the ground, although the ground out to Western. I need to climb a bit because when we do an overhead join I've got to be at 2,000. And an overhead join, we fly over, descend on the dead side.
Rolling.
Well, be right turn, descend on the dead side, so it'll be quite a steep turn, and then join the circuit and then come in. So we actually fly right over it and then round and you'll see. Like a big corkscrew turn.
Western Radio, Golf, Sierra Alpha, Papa India, radio check box 1.
India Tango, readability 5's on box 1.
And that was Sierra Alpha, Papa India, taxi to Bravo for run-up checks.
That's for India, Roger, sorry about that. Yeah, that's readability 5's on box 1 and 2, well, you can go up to Bravo.
Papa India, thanks.
That Silverstone circuit over there, look, all the buildings.
Yeah.
What we'll do when we'll stop and I'm gasping and hungry, so we'll have a quick drink and a sandwich or something, and then we'll go, just do a quick half an hour or something.
Yeah.
And we'll get closer to that if you want.
What?
Silverstone, yeah. Have a proper look.
Yeah.
Right, so now we're 2,000 feet above the ground, or above Terreston, which is where we want to be. There's Brackley over there. I can't see the airfield, but I know it's there somewhere. But the beauty of the overhead join is you don't have to spot it from a distance. You just, once you're over it, you then obviously keep it in your view. So we've just gone over Wood End again.
Golf India Tango is final runway 27.
India Tango, Roger, service wind is southerly 5 knots.
India Tango.
So a bit of a crosswind left on the left when we land.
Oh, that's the circuit now. You can see it clearly.
Yeah. Well, when we do the next one, we'll take off and come round, and then we'll. It's easier when you're taking off that way because you just fly straight over it. But it gets a bit busy there when they're landing in this direction, so you can't hang about. You have to sort of go past it. So we'll go past it to the north, and you'll see it at your side. Right, see the airfield now.
As you can.
And once you've been at sort of 2,000 feet for a while, you get used to it. When you get down to circuit height, which is 1,000 above, it all of a sudden seems a bit close. Yeah. Slow down a bit now. Not bashing round it. Not nuts. All this is doing is keeping the load off this, so I'm not pushing or pulling it all the time. The trim wheel, so you see on the big jets, it's automatic. You see it spinning around. Where it potentially gets a bit busy as well, obviously. But another reason for doing the overhead is that you're all kind of slotting in turn. When you've got people joining all over the place, when you start tripping over people.
Oh, you can land, yeah?
Pardon?
Oh, you can land.
November, ready for departure.
No, you can't tell me I can land. All he can do is give me information. But he knows I'm coming. I'll tell him in a minute when we're overhead and descending.
Roger, you're okay to line up and I'll give you a call after the traffic is
I can see it there, yeah. It's going on square to it, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, so we're flying south and the runway's going to be like that.
The runway's that way, we're
Yeah.
going straight over it.
I'll show you on a bit of paper in a bit.
Mike India Zulu.
Golf Bravo Mike India Zulu, go ahead.
And Golf Bravo Mike India Zulu R22 out of Wellsbourne, just east of Beam, Banbury, 1800 feet, 1019, and request transit or overhead 1800 feet en route, please.
Roger, no problems at all, Mark. QNH is 1019 here also.
1019, India Zulu, thank you.
Whiskey November, service wind southerly 13.
Whiskey
That's
November,
them cars on the
cars still there, are they?
Can't see them.
Well, they've gone. Oh no, they are still there.
X-ray would like to go to Cranfield now, 122855.
Still on the runway, are
Having me.
Not on the runway, but I can see the cars at the end.
they? Oh yeah, they were earlier.
Where would you like me to park them?
Yeah, but when we were early, they were in
Yeah.
behind the yellow coats.
Yeah,
Parking
right.
up next to, I think,
Hang on then. Yeah.
72.
Stop talking.
Far side there, isn't it?
Not him. I mean, not you, in him.
Looking. Is that the one with the crew at now?
If you continue down a little bit further, past those first three, then you can go left into the grass between the cones, and the 172 will be on your right-hand side behind that Piaggio.
Visual.
Descending dead side. Golf Romeo Kilo. Yeah, that's going off. The idea is we cross the takeoff end of the runway. I've got to make a few calls now, so don't say it. Turning downwind, Golf Romeo Kilo.
Western Radio, Golf Papa India at Bravo, run-up checks complete, taxi back to Aki. Vision.
Papa India, Roger, goes back to the hangar.
Western Radio, Golf Alpha Yankee Whiskey Tango.
Golf Alpha Yankee Whiskey Tango joining for runway 27 and the QFE's 1005.
271005, Golf Whiskey Tango.
Final to land on 27, Golf Romeo Kilo. Final to land, 27 Golf Romeo Kilo.
So between southerly southerly at 15 now.
Golf Romeo Kilo.
Boston Radio, helicopter Golf, follow Mike India Zulu, to 10.
India Zulu, roger.
Whiskey Tango's dead side descending.
That wasn't too bad. Bit of a slew at the end.
We're not
Blow to the left. Was that the wind blowing you?
It just because I got a load of rudder in, and then when you land, it kind of spares you off the other way.
India Zulu, we're now visual.
And Whiskey Tango, just a quick question. Did you do any aeros on your way over?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Gotta stop here a second. Clear of runway, Golf Romeo Kilo.
Thanks, Romeo Kilo.
Whiskey Tango is joining crosswind for 27 grass.
Whiskey Tango, roger.
Bye. Now the trickiest bit of the whole operation,
Parking it.
it gets a bit narky up there if you, like that big gap there, if I just stuck it in the middle.
You wouldn't be happy.
No.
Be in proper parking space.
Yeah.
Right for a cone.
Whiskey Tango downwind, 27 grass.
Try and go through a square, that's the trouble.
Whiskey Tango, roger. Would you fancy the more into wind 2-1 grass?
Oh. Well saying.
Affirmative, Whiskey Tango.
Okay, a right turn from your present position on to final approach then.
Oh, yeah, so you want to land on this one then? You don't see that very often.
On the grass.
Yeah. Well, you might not see it because we're facing the wrong way, but anyway. I've got to try and get as close to this as I dare.
Did it?
Western Radio, helicopter Golf, 12 Mike India Zulu, approaching thin mare, changing to 125.090 Oxford radar.
India Zulu, roger. Have a nice trip back. And don't forget to smile.
India Zulu.
That again. Right, we haven't officially stopped the flight yet.
Whiskey Tango is final for 2-1.
Roger, so between southerly 9 knots.
Okay, thanks.
Western Radio, good afternoon. Golf Bravo Golf Hotel Juliet on the light aircraft parking. Request airfield information and radio check for return.
Oh. Go and plug these.
No, leave them in.
What's she doing?
Open the door though.
She hang it on there.
You can, what I normally do is just that.